Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Carrie's Gardening Channel. Today is August the 8th, no, August the 9th, sorry, 2018, and we're starting to take the potatoes out of the potato patch down in the hollow. We had some that we already took out, and we're taking the last 6 rows out right now. You can see here, this is one of the potatoes here. It's a pretty nice size one. You can see them down there. So the ground is really wet from all the rain that we had, and they're calling for more rain, so we're trying to get them out before it gets too wet. Now we're letting them dry before we put them in buckets or anything like that, and then I will show you when they're all laid out how we dry them. So we'll be back. So these are some that we took out so far.
Okay, so this over here is the second batch of potatoes that we got up from down in the hollow garden, and we have them laying out drying, and I'll show you some of the other ones that came from the hollow garden here. Hold on a minute. Let's see here. This box here has more potatoes in it from the hollow garden, and then there's another one over there. I want to show you this one potato here real quick. It's a pretty good sized potato there. Now these were grown in the ground, and it's really dusty down here right now from cleaning the potatoes off. I'll show you the other ones here. Hold on a moment. And this here's the other box. I'm sorry about the lighting. We got them boxed up so that the sun wouldn't turn them green. It wouldn't sunburn them, because we've had that happen already, even though they were indoors. And just in the 2 boxes over there, it's like 75 pounds of potatoes when you add the weight of them together. We didn't get to weigh these here yet. These are actually laying out drying. Now what we did with this batch here is when we took them out of the ground, they were wet, the ground was wet. We've had a really wet year this year, and we didn't want the potatoes to rot, and the stalks were dead, so we took them out, and we left them lay out for about an hour, and we would turn them. We got as much dirt off of these as we could before we put them in the boxes to bring them up so we could lay them out in here. Now the other ones that are in the boxes, it started raining when they were being taken out, so what we actually had to do was put them in a box, and we brought them up, put them inside. We have a fan over here that I'm going to be turning on then, and we left the fan run to dry them off. We keep turning them, and then we cleaned the dust off of them, or the dirt, before we put them in the boxes to put them away. And what we did with these here is we'll still, make sure that we get the dirt off of them. Now you don't want to wash them off, because that'll take the coating off of them and it can make them rot. We don't want to do that, so we're just letting them lay out like this. When we go to use them, then we will clean them up. Now these over here accidentally got chopped with the shovel, or some of them got speared with the pitchfork. So we set these over here off to the side. These should last about 6 months. We're going to eat these first, the ones that were damaged. And these will heal over. They're still a good potato. You can still eat them. We'll just clean them up when we're ready to use them, and get the scrub brush to get all the junk, all the dirt off of them, and then we'll cut them up and cook them however we choose to. And how long you let your potatoes out when you first take them out will kind of depend on the weather. Like if the wind's blowing, they'll dry off quicker, and different stuff like that. The other ones, being that it rained, we couldn't let them lay out to dry like that, so we just had to get them boxed up as quickly as we could. Now what we do is we separate the little potatoes and the potatoes that something happened to them when we harvested them. We keep those separate than the big potatoes, so we can use the little ones first, because they will start to like dehydrate after a while. And the purpose of putting them in the boxes is so they don't get too much sun, because even though they're inside, the light still comes in and they will still sunburn. They'll turn green, and you don't want to eat the green part of the potato. That's actually a poison. So just cut the green part out, or if it's too bad, just get rid of the whole potato. We do have holes in the boxes to let the potatoes still breathe. And we're actually going to be closing the lids of the boxes to help keep more of the light out. So they're probably going to get moved to a darker area. And now these over here, these were taken out of the potato bin that we have up top. These are pretty wet. They're going to have to dry for a while, and they'll have to have the dirt like rubbed off of them when it's dried. And as the fan's on and drying these, we'll keep turning them, and they won't get boxed up or put away until they're nice and dry for us. Because if you put them away wet, they're going to rot and mold on you, and you don't want that. So we're going to give them like a curing period. And there's 2 other fans that do run down here, so that'll help to dry them off too. And another reason for taking these out was so that like the vermins didn't get them, because we have shrews up here and mice and different things, and we didn't want them to eat our potatoes. They did get a few of them, but not too many. So that was another reason for taking them out. Actually, some of them that the stalks had died on them, and they were just sitting in the ground, and they actually tried to start putting the eyes out again to regrow from the potato, because they're just sitting there and they know that they're supposed to be doing something, so they'll start regrowing again, and we don't want that, so we took them out. Sometimes when you plant early, you're going to have to take them out a little earlier, but these should keep us in potatoes for a little while. It's not going to take us the whole way through winter, but for a while eating, because we eat a lot of potatoes. And we do have 2 other little buckets over there that have the little potatoes in them. I'll show you those real quick. Oops, let me turn the light on, sorry. Okay. These are the little potatoes, or any potato that had like a blemish on it or something happened to it when we harvested it out. So we'll be using these first, so that they don't waste and they get used up. So that's our 2018 potato harvest. Now, we were taking potatoes out off of the top before we even got to these. Here we've been eating a bunch of them. I showed you in different videos where we were taking them out and eating them. So I don't know what the weight is on either one of these yet, because they're not boxed up. But I honestly think that growing them in the ground did better than in the potato bin. We had built a raised bed and put potatoes in it, but I honestly think that the ground itself, growing them in there, did better than the raised bed. So that's just my opinion. So if you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, you can leave them below and I'll try and answer them for you. Please don't forget to hit that little notification button notifies I put a new video on. Thank yous for watching and I hope you have a nice day. Bye.